So this is the Khoodeelaar television channel, starting with a live feed from Ball News in Pakistan about the state of affairs and the challenges that Imran Khan faces, and also throwing at the government. And he's saying that despite the fact that the military chief Bajwa, Kamar Bajwa, is no longer in post, he's still very much active in the establishment in Pakistan. So these are the items that are not kind of conclusive, definitive, but ongoing assertions by Imran Khan and the itsy bitsy pieces about the Pakistan People's Party and the Nawaz Sharif brothers' government. We shall return to Imran Khan in due course, of course, to update on the situation in a substantive way as and when it is necessary. Now, in the Sunday Times magazine article on the 2nd of December 1973, the corrupt, racist evilness called Leslie Garner wrote this: a middle-class Bengali woman who was touring the sweatshops with us, collecting money for an educational scheme for Asians, was deeply upset by the sight of a child of 10 or 11 seated with row of men behind the machines. She asked him why he wasn't at school, and he said he was on holiday, though the schools had gone back. Now, this is the picture in the Sunday Times article, in the Sunday Times magazine article. This is the main picture of the boy looking at the camera, and he's not sitting. He's looking taken aback, surprised by the photographers and however, whatever the number of people visiting the factory was. Now, that boy looks in that picture, well, she says 10 to 11. Let's say 10 to 11. So, if he was 10 to 11 in 1973, he would have been born in 1962 or 63. So, where is he now? Does anyone know? And it is up to our campaign to make this question known to the community, which we intend to do. Now, look at the paragraph. First of all, she says a middle class Bengali woman. That's putting a Bengali woman at a superior level, far superior to any status given to the Seelottee women in the narrative. Middle class Bengali woman. Bengali woman is middle class. Not only was she doing that, she was touring the sweatshops with us. Who were the us with the cunt? Leslie Garner. And who could this woman be? Is it a woman that has been mentioned many times, as an advisor to Shiraj, Sampan Shiraj? The woman lives somewhere in Kent or Sussex, the Bengali woman, and her picture is all over the place, but that woman was not named in this piece by the crooked Leslie Garner. Now, how many qualities is she ascribing to that woman? Middle class Bengali woman touring the sweatshop with us. meaning she is not local. She was not from Tower Hamlets. Touring, not even visiting, touring. She is really high class, isn't she? Collecting money for an educational scheme for Asians. Again, she is really highly placed, highly valued, collecting money for an educational scheme for Asians. Who are the Asians? And then she is full of compassion. She was deeply upset by the sight of a child of 10 or 11 seated with the row of man behind the machines. This is the boy. Don't know whether the camera can catch this. This is the picture of the boy. Will it come? Will it come? That is the boy. That is how the camera catches this. This is the boy in the Sunday Times article that she is talking about. And you can see that he is looking surprised. He's not looking pleased. He's not looking at ease. He's looking surprised. So, who were the criminals that arranged that tour? Within the inner cities, even in 1973, they created in the Sunday Times article the worst of the worst, the poorest of the poor, and the most backward of the backwards. And these are the Seelottees. They're not even Bengalis, they're not even Asians, and they're most certainly not about involved in education. And then she defames that boy. She says that this boy said that he was on holiday, but the school had gone back. So she's saying that this boy is lying. That's not the only act of invasion of privacy and defamation and demonization of the Seelottees in Brick Lane. There was a picture which we are not going to show before the camera of a mother breastfeeding the child. Now that must have been a picture taken in the most intimate part of the family. Would the mother know that this would be the depiction of her, herself, and her family and her culture in the Sunday Times article? Most certainly not. If she had known that, she would most certainly not have agreed to let them in, let alone let them photograph her with the breastfeeding. And then Leslie Garner, the sadistic cunt, gives a graphic description of the child and the breasts. We shall be continuing this theme in later editions later today. This is ending this particular introduction at 10 minutes.